You ask the questions and I answer them. Welcome to the second Q&A video of this channel. Keep asking your questions, guys, because I'm here for you. Hello everyone and welcome to the ultimate channel for students. My name is Francesca and my aim is to help you have the best fresh start at university. So today I'm going to go through the comments once again of this channel. I'm going to put all the timings of the questions in the description down below so you can skip at ease and watch whatever questions you're interested in, and we are going to dive right into it. So the first question I'm going to answer is by Isabella Newton. Dear Francesca, I've never studied business before for A-levels or GCSE, only economics, and in September I will be starting uni doing a business studies course. I'm scared that because I've never done it before, I'm going to struggle or fail. What would you have to say about that? Hi Isabella, lovely comment. Thank you so much for breaking the ice. This is actually, I do have an answer for this 100%. Before going to university in the UK, I was in a French system studying sciences, aka physics, maths, and biology. These three subjects were what I would say the equivalent of your A-levels. I did do another 10 subjects because the French system is that way. But bottom line is I've never done business before. I can tell you that being someone from a foreign country where English is their third language and being someone who's never done business before, I found the course incredibly okay to manage, and you can go there without any knowledge in business and you can totally make it. I don't consider myself a genius. I don't consider myself someone who has a great memory or anything. I consider myself quite an average student. And for that reason, the fact that I managed to have a 2-1 in business and management is super doable. I even would say that having a first in business management is super doable. I think that business and management, especially in Exeter University, is one of the most, I don't want to say easiest course, but it's definitely a course that is doable. You have other courses like law, other courses like medicine, other courses that are so much more intense, and then there's business. And you will understand because in Exeter, when they ask you, oh, what do you study? And you say business and management, usually the economics and finance students are like, okay, because they know the business people do not work as hard. I feel that to have good marks in business, you need to definitely do at least 1 or 2 hours, I would say, of work a day. If you do that every single day, and if you are just as simply as doing the tutorials, doing the seminars and going to the lectures, if you do that, you should have a first. Easy. The reason why people don't have firsts is because they've realized how easy peasy, I'm not saying it's actually easy peasy, but I'm just saying it's easier than a lot of other courses out there. And they realize that, so people just kind of let go and they party a bit too much. And I think that if you ever do business management, especially in Exeter, which is a campus uni, you will realize that you will get carried away in the partying, and there will be weeks on end that you haven't done the reading, that you haven't done the tutorials. Like when you watch these videos, you'll be like, duh, of course I go to my lectures, or duh, of course I'll do all the work for tutorials and all the reading and all the homework. But actually, you will realize it is very possible for students to not do 3 weeks worth of lectures, tutorials and work. And it's because of that reason that they don't manage, not because the course is hard in itself. So if you're someone who's ready to be hardworking, if you're someone who is ready to be ambitious and get on it, then I say business management is extremely doable, especially for those who already did it before. But for those who didn't do it, you'll be fine. Especially, you said you did economics, that's kind of all you need. The basics economics is literally something that you will need in some lectures, maybe the more financy and hard ones, but you already have that base covered. So honestly, I really hope you understand that I wouldn't say something if it wasn't true, but you can be chilled when it comes to business and management, and the course in the UK should be very doable, and I have faith that you will manage quite fine. Moving on to the next question from Doris Yang. Doris Yang says, this video is really helpful. Love you. I love you too. Thank you so much, Doris. Super cute. I love reading these messages. Christina, thank you for uploading the video. You're so informative. How's the lectures in business modules in terms of their teaching quality academically and interaction during the seminar? Okay, so when it comes to Obviously, this varies from uni to uni, and I can only speak to the uni I've actually attended, which is Exeter University. I think that Exeter University, it's a uni that is one of the Russell groups, is quite high ranking in the UK. I would say that there are some lecturers which are so good and so worth it. I'm going to be very, very direct with you. My first 2 years of uni, I did not go into lectures, and I did not go to tutorials, and I did not go to seminars. And it's because of that I didn't get a first, because I was averaging really low marks, really low marks in my first 2 years. However, I can tell you that when I started going to lectures in my 4th year, I've had some incredible professors, but I've also had some awful ones, especially in the courses that are around digital marketing and entrepreneurship. I mean, entrepreneurship is not that bad, but I had a really bad episode with someone who was absolutely clueless of what digital marketing was, and she was teaching it. I don't know why the university decided to put her in the place of digital marketing. She was clueless. She didn't know anything. She even said in her lecture slides, literally wrote down stuff like, if a guy opens a door for you, then you're submissive, that kind of bullshit. So obviously that was a huge disappointment for me, because I love digital marketing. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram. I love to see what other professors have to say about digital marketing, but then I see that this person is clueless, and I could have done a better job at lecturing a marketing class, and that was just for me super disappointing. So you will find, even in I feel even in big universities, you will find this 1 or 2 professors who are absolutely ridiculously clueless and should not be in that position. However, there are some really quality ones as well. So I would give an average of, for Exeter University, I would give an average of 8 out of 10 when it comes to teaching quality. And that's just because there is a massive minus 10 out of 10 in my last experience, my last year. But it's really, I think it's a good quality, and it's a good quality of teaching. And the interaction during the seminars, I do think that there is a lot of tutorials and seminars in university, in Exeter especially. I feel that they really try to get you to do the work and to discuss about the work, because they've understood that learning just a theory without putting it in practice is absolutely useless. So I really like how they divide us in smaller groups and make us just discuss and debate about things. I had some really good memories with pretty much all of my modules. I had tutorials and seminars with these professors who would basically lead this class of maximum 20 people, and we would be interacting and debating on what we've learned, and I think that's really good. So for me, 9 out of 10 when it comes to interaction during the seminar. Obviously, there are some people who are, then it depends also of the class you have. It's not only the professor. Some people in your class can be a bit arrogant. Some colleagues of yours can be a bit quiet. So it also depends of who is in the class with you, because that can definitely change the mood of the seminar, if that makes sense. I hope that made sense. So I really hope that answered your question. Let me know if it hasn't. Ask more questions in the comments if you feel that you are still lost on some points. Hi there, I subscribed to your channel. I think it was back in February when I was gathering information about universities in the UK, as I was looking to apply for a place at uni. Now I've got an offer from the University of Manchester. The course I'm taking at the University of Manchester is hard and busy. It's quite clear for me it's going to be a tough year ahead. Therefore, I had to make a to-do list for summer as a way of preparation, but I haven't touched or accomplished anything from my list. The biggest distraction for me is internet and mobile addiction, because it's a cycle, and I know I'm not satisfied when I waste my time on something that are not important, like scrolling on social media. It breeds a lack of motivation, energy draining. I know that if I continue not using my time appropriately, life at university is not going to be smooth. So how do I go out of this mess? Help me please, even if you know someone who can help. So I did answer this channel is called Positive Vibes. So hi, Positive Vibes. I did answer. I was going to do some research about it, and I literally did. I think you're going to be very happy about this, an ebook and a series of videos just for you. So this series is coming out, I believe, next Tuesday. So please stay tuned. I am very excited to show you what I've got for you. And I did a whole ebook for you, series for your videos just for you. And this is just going to show because, guys, like, I really want you to understand that this channel is for you. I really want you to understand that I will do whatever I can to make you feel as comfortable as possible in your life when it comes as in your student life. So I really want to put all the effort I can. If I can do anything to help you guys, I will. So hopefully this helps you. Check the link. The link will be in the description down below as soon as everything is out. Definitely, if you guys are also interested in time management course that I'm going to do for free, the link will be in the down below. So definitely check that out if you have the same problem as Positive Vibes. Hey, your videos have helped me so much. I was wondering how hard is it to get first 2-1 at Exeter. I'm going to study business and management and it's one of my goals. Oh my God, Ali and hi. I'm going to tell you, super doable to get a 2-1. Girl, if I got a 2-1 when I was averaging a extremely low 2-2 in my second year, you can average it as well. I'm going to link you down some videos on how I managed to get a 2-1, even if I started really badly. I really hope this will help you. So definitely check the video in the description. I will call it like, I don't know, like, how did I get a 2-1 or something. So definitely click in the link down below to see my story. And I will tell you, to get it first in business management is so doable. If you don't do like I did, because I didn't study for the first 2 years at university, and I'm not exaggerating. A lot of people say, I didn't study, and then they get freaking 90%. No, I was a complete nutter, a complete crazy girl. I was out every night. People on Facebook were getting angry with me because I was only posting photos every single day of my nights out, and they were getting crazy. So as someone who did not study at all for half of her uni years, I can tell you right now, it's so doable to get a 2-1. But if you want to get it first, it is doable. You just have to do, as I answered the question before, you definitely have to study at least 2 hours a day. Make sure you're on top of things. If you're on top of things, if you put in the effort, I promise you, you'll be fine. Honestly, it should be fine. So I'm super excited. If that's one of your goals, you will get them. Also, I'm going to do a video called The 3 Rebels of Success soon. I will link it in the description as soon as it's out, okay? If you see this and you want to, if it's not out when you see this video, definitely check out, put the notifications on my channel. And when this video comes out, look at it, because I'm very excited to share with you my goal setting and how I actually got there. Super exciting. So yeah, I hope I answered your question, but definitely doable. And I'm excited for you. I love people who have goals. Going on to the next question, Francie BB, can you choose the roommates? Unfortunately, you can't, not that I know. I feel that the roommates are completely allocated randomly, and they will be allocated according to the sheet of paper you're gonna fill up when you do accommodation. So for instance, they're going to ask you, what are your interests? Are you more a quiet person? Do you want to be around party people? You just need to be as truthful as possible in that form. And then once that form is done, you will be able to see who you've been paired up with. As I told you in my comment, if your roommates are bad, you can always switch at the beginning of the year. This is something that people don't know. If you're not happy with your accommodation, you can change. It is possible. I know freshers who have. You just need to have a valid reason to do so. It is possible to change. So remember, that's your last plan Z if things go wrong. Hello, how many roommates do you have? I'm sorry, Francie, when I answered your question last time, I was answering for this year, like now, and I don't think I've expressed myself very well. Roommates for me means someone you share a room with, and that is in very specific places in Exeter. Not all the halls have shared rooms. So do not expect to have someone in your room. That's not really the case. You have shared bathrooms or shared kitchens if you're in a flat. So that means that you have your own room, and in some cases your own bathroom, and in some cases your own kitchen, but you have a corridor that you share with other people. So you have people on the same floor as you who maybe share a kitchen with you, or even a bathroom in catered accommodations, for instance. So if by roommate you mean people who are not living in your room but people who are living on the same corridor, then I can tell you that that varies. Like there's some accommodations that have 4 people in a corridor, some people who have 12. It can really vary. So it really depends. Usually when you apply to accommodation, you see how many people you're applying for, or you can tell by the description. So I really hope this was helpful. Let me know if I didn't answer correctly. Let me know. I'm here to help. Hi, this video helps me a lot. I'm going to St. Bert's Grange Village Studio starting in 2018 September for a master degree. Thank you so much. Oh, this was not a question. My pleasure, Divi Descendra. I hope this helps you. Next question is from Sheila Fluffy. Hey, I love the name by the way. Hey, first off, love your vids, they are really helpful. So I wanted to ask a bit of a weird question. How old is the average fresher? Because I might take a gap year and I'm scared I will be too old to fit in the typical fresher group. And do they always ask for ID cards in clubs, even if you are indefinitely over 18? Thank you. Okay, so hello, your name is hi Sheila, thank you so much for your question. It really helps me a lot to see what your worries are about. It's not at all a weird question. You can ask me whatever question pops into your mind. There's no weird questions. So the average age of a fresher, I would say, is 19, just because there are actually so many people who are 19. I mean, you will find a bit of 17-year-olds who haven't turned 18 yet. You will find a ton of 18 years old, but you definitely find a whole bunch of 19-year-olds who either, like you, took a gap year, or people who just, took a year more to have a high school diploma, or even people from other countries where the educational system make them finish at the earliest at 19 years old. So you will find plenty of 19 years old, don't you worry. You will also find people who are 20 and 21, because there were some people who started to work and thought that university was not for them, and then decided to change their mind and to go to university, and they are 20, 21. I can tell you right now that you are safe. Take your gap year. So many people will take it as well. You're not the only one. And I really hope this answered your question. In order to answer about the do they check ID cards, they definitely do. Even if you look more than 18 years old, always have your ID card with you and make sure you do not lose it. It's vital that you take it, because the bouncers do check your ID all the freaking time, and it's annoying. So I have 2 questions from Rugpog. Question for Q&A. Do you know what Exeter's debate club is like? So yes, I do. I actually was one of the people who were in the panel of speakers. I really, really love the debate society because it really helps people to communicate their differences on very controversial topics. A lot of us have this preconceived idea, have these assumptions in their head that the way they think is the truth, the way they think is right, and they never really question it. And if there's one thing you guys will realize by coming to uni, is that a lot of these assumptions and ideas that you guys had and grew up with will be very shaken once you come to uni, because you will be surrounded by people who have very different opinions from you, and sometimes you will even change your opinion for the better, because you will realize that maybe you did not own the truth. Debating society is a core part of this. Debating society is a place where that groups people who are willing to open their mind up to other people's point of view, and they want to put people in speakers. So they have these events that I participated where they have 2 speakers, pro and con a certain argument. In my case, it was is social media bad for you, something like that, or is social media killing art or something like that. And so we were 2 speakers pro and 2 speakers con, and then there was you guys, the people in debating society who was watching this debate, and they were just like, let's listen to the debate between these 2 entities, and then at the end of it you vote who you think convinced you the most, you know. So I think it's really, really interesting because you get to see a lot of different arguments, and you definitely have to get there in with an open mind. So really happy you asked that question. Then question 2 you've asked is, do you know of any good vegan or vegetarian places to eat in Exeter? So I personally am neither vegan or vegetarian for now. I'm definitely trying to be vegan. I'm vegan like twice a week, which I'm not a vegan because I'm vegan twice a week, therefore I'm not a vegan, but I am trying to slowly get into that. What I've realized by going to Exeter to the restaurants is that they definitely have a vegan or vegetarian option wherever you go, at least in the most popular ones. However, there are some vegan places. I will link you some vegan places and vegetarian places in the link down below, in the description down below, so that you can like see for yourself what kind of vibe every single one has. But there are definitely vegans and vegetarian places. Also, if you think my list is not at all exhaustive because I don't really go to these places, but if you're interested in exploring more that side of the stuff, you should definitely join the Vegan and Vegetarian Society in Exeter, because they do have a vegan vegetarian society, and they're really good at and they do like outings where they eat vegan and vegetarian. They do picnics. It's really good. So there is a society for that as well. Guys, that was the end of my Q&A question. Please keep asking questions. I am here for you. I definitely don't want to miss out on any of your worries. And before we leave, if you're about to go to Exeter University or you have an offer, definitely join my group, because I have live Q&A sessions in that group. Only for people who go to Exeter for now. And then I will have a student group with other people in it, but that will be developed over the next month. Comment your questions. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Bye. I'm trying to put you in the worst